Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. For those that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas Eve. Other than that, we'll get started real fast. Got a quick video here on HBAR, something we wanted to share that we came across, posted 6 days ago. Just a short little video. And then I wanted to share something from the hedera website, and then look at the graph. So with that, we'll go ahead and take a look at this video you see on the screen. This is from HBAR's Senior Vice President, the HBAR Foundation, just talking about some insights in the digital assets landscape and where HBAR may have a role. Certainly, we feel like tokenization is going to be a huge trend next year and probably for the next decade or more. So let's take a listen, and then we'll look at the chart and one other stat I wanted to share. Well, if we can get you the link here. Here we go.
Bitcoin and ETH are both open source public distributed ledgers. These decentralized digital systems do allow for the recording and synchronizing of transactions without a central authority. Now, the global distributed ledger market is increasing in both adoption as well as importance, expected to grow to over $905 billion by 2033. Now, Hedera is another distributed ledger making noise currently, as its native crypto has climbed from about 7 cents to over 30 in the last month. Joining me here live at the New York Stock Exchange to break down the acceleration of distributed ledgers is Greg Bell, Senior VP at the HBAR Foundation. Greg, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So first and foremost, explain what's going on here and why we're seeing so much focus on the space.
Well, I think a lot of people are talking about the Hedera network and its cryptocurrency HBAR in the same conversation as Bitcoin, and that awareness is very exciting. A lot of that, I would say, is being driven by the price performance of the HBAR cryptocurrency. HBAR is up over 400% over the last 3 months, and over the last 52 weeks, from low to high, over 800%, reaching a market cap of over $14 billion.
I don't know about you guys, but 8x is pretty hard to get in the stock market these days. So keep in mind, things that go up must come down. So a retracement would have been nice, but we'll get into the chart in just a minute.
So we're really seeing a lot of awareness and adoption. One of the cryptocurrency exchanges has actually called HBAR the U.S. cryptocurrency blue chip. And I think that name is well earned. It was born in Texas in 2018-19. It is governed by one of the networks of the largest corporations throughout the world. We see everything from tech giants like Google, IBM, LG, Hitachi, and more, as well as investment banks like Nomura, Shinhan Bank, and Standard Bank, in addition to corporates like Boeing and Tata and Mondelez, all governing and operating the network, in addition to asset managers like UK's largest asset manager, Aberdeen. And so really what I think we're seeing here is a maturation of the cryptocurrency industry. We're moving away from speculation on meme coins into an area where we're really valuing and investing in utility and the businesses that are driving adoption in real-world applications.
So make sure you just heard that. Real-world utility. HBAR is one of those tokens like XRP, XLM, XDC. It's the ISO 222 tokens that a lot of the financial institutions will likely be leveraging for cross-border payments, tokenization, etc., which is likely to be in the trillions and trillions of dollars. And again, you heard him say, transition away from meme coins to real-world utility. So I think 2025 is probably shaping up to be maybe a utility token year. So we'll see. But let's keep going here. We've got a few more minutes.
Very exciting, and I would say that actually is what's driving firms like Canary Capital, which recently filed an ETF for HBAR within the United States. So that would make HBAR one of 6 cryptocurrencies that either have an active investable cryptocurrency-based ETF or an application within the United States.
And Greg, when we take a look back at how the crypto market has expanded in 2024, we started out here in the US with the launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs, followed by spot ETH ETFs, and now options as well. So given everything we've seen in crypto as well as political implications as we move forward to 2025, give us an idea of some of the trends that you've been watching when it comes to distributed ledgers, and what can we expect as we head into 2025?
Sure. I mean, when I look back at the last year, I see three very clear trends. The first really is around asset safety. Then we have interoperability and tokenization. From an asset safety perspective, should cryptocurrencies really become mainstream, they need to be safe. There needs to be manners in which people have recovery options for assets if they are lost. And so Hedera recently joined forces with other US-based blockchains, including Ripple, XRP, Cardano, Algorand, and others.
There it is. Follow the partnerships. He already mentioned all the banks and institutions. Now you got Algo, XRP, so all these tokenization projects, and even the hedera itself. Global distributed ledgers markets could reach 905 billion by 2033. Probably going to be even more than that. So it's right here for people to uncover. You just got to do due diligence.
To come together and form a collaboration that's really focused around that asset safety. And that in turn has led to a lot of the interoperability, that sort of second theme, which is building the bridges across these various ecosystems. So the blockchains are not operating independently. And on the third side, in terms of tokenization, what we've seen is just a tremendous amount of demand and growth for securities that are now being represented on various blockchains. So we've seen money market funds from asset managers like Aberdeen, BlackRock, and others, as well as real estate that have been tokenized. And a lot of hard work by some of the amazing startups and regulated exchanges like Archax, the UK exchange, as well as a US broker-dealer, Red Swan, that have just been doing tremendous amount of work in the tokenization space.
And finally, before I let you go, for the layperson who might be watching this right now and they might be familiar with Bitcoin or even invest in them from a retail ETF perspective, what is your take on the surge we've been seeing, not just in Bitcoin, but also across crypto and altcoins post-election?
Certainly the policy change has been a benefit specifically for US-based blockchains, and I would expect it to continue into 2025, where I would say that we're going to see a lot more adoption continuing of tokenization, that narrative, as well as the deployment of blockchain solutions for and by large corporations for specific applications. Hedera is the most used network in terms of transaction count, more transactions than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana combined. So we're seeing a lot of adoption there. For example, the Nairobi Stock Exchange in Kenya recently came on board to Hedera, and they're looking to leapfrog, their technology solution to a Web3 blockchain.
Okay, I think we get the point here. So that's Greg Bell, Senior VP at the HBAR Foundation, talking about DLT, tokenization, etc., and how HBAR can play a role or is already playing a role. So I wanted to share that with you quickly, and also wanted to share something that we posted this morning on our channel. You'll give me 1 second. Oop, apologies. Oop, I missed it. There we go. Man, sometimes it is difficult to navigate on LinkedIn. Here we go. All right, this is a post that we found this morning on the HBAR website, Hedera. You can see we went ahead and shared the link, but this is as of this morning, December 24th. So you can kind of see some of their stats. Average cost per transaction, very impressive. Total mainnet transactions over 70 billion. So certainly this has a use case. It's being leveraged. It's being used. There's huge partnerships. So again, we always like to say, follow the partnerships, follow the money. And Just for all transparency, we did deploy a significant amount of capital this morning, which around the 31-cent mark for HBAR. So with that, we'll go ahead and close the stream. Everything's looking pretty normal for now. Hopefully this trend will continue up. We may get a little run here for HBAR. We are entering the, you can see it actually just changed live as we're recording this, but we are beginning to approach the kind of overbought territory in the short term, but this thing can run. You can see back here it ran a pretty good ways in that zone. So we really just need to watch the trend in momentum. We did just transition back to a positive trend. So as long as this can remain in the green and we don't get multiple sell signals, whether it's here, 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 or here, then we should be good to ride this one out. And with that deployment, hopefully get some nice returns. Again, it's been 10 minutes. We'll keep this kind of short. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever you can do to help us grow. It's essentially a brand new channel. You can join us on LinkedIn as well, Trim Capital Partners. Look forward to bringing you more content. Thank you, and Merry Christmas for those that celebrate.